It's Weekend Update with Colin Jost and Michael Che.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome to Weekend Update. I'm Colin Jost.
I'm Michael Che. Well, on Friday, half of America had to go out and buy a new TV. Donald Trump was sworn in as the 45th President of the United States. Many have noted that the crowd at the inauguration was smaller than usual, but you can't expect people to stand outside in the cold rain knowing they're about to lose their health care. My favorite part was watching the reactions. To Trump's speech, like this one. They say a picture says 1,000 words, but this picture of Michelle Obama only says one.
On Thursday, an inaugural concert featuring Three Doors Down, Lee Greenwood, and Toby Keith was held in front of the Lincoln Memorial. It was the second worst live performance Lincoln has ever attended. Donald Trump was sworn in as president using two Bibles, Abraham Lincoln's Bible from 1860 and Trump's personal Bible, still in its original wrapping.
Trump described Washington as a small group of elitists who prospered at the expense of the American people. But I'm sure that's all going to change now that his cabinet of bankers and oil tycoons are in charge. There were massive protests during the inauguration, and some of them even became violent, like when famous white nationalist and all-around fun guy Richard Spencer got socked in the face just for living. Look at this.
It's Pepe's become kind of a symbol.
Oh, man, that just makes me so sad.
Just hours ago, Sean Spicer made his first appearance as White House press secretary, and he seemed a little defensive about how many people came to watch Trump's inauguration.
This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period.
Here's how we know he's lying, in addition to photographic evidence. I don't trust anyone who ends a sentence with the word period. Imagine if someone said, "Look, I'm a doctor, period." I'd be like, I don't think this van is a real hospital. Outgoing President Barack Obama gave his final press conference on Wednesday, and he told the American people, "I think we're going to be okay." Which sounds comforting, but remember, "it's going to be okay" is also what George tells Lenny at the end of Mice and Men. In total, during his 2 terms in office, President Obama commuted the prison sentences of a record 1,385 future Democrats.
The Women's March in Washington was held today. It's estimated that the turnout was twice as big as the inauguration. But, you know, size doesn't matter. Am I right, ladies? No, I'm not right? It's the #1 thing? Oh, okay. It was an amazing show of support for feminism. But some feminist groups were actually asked not to march because of their pro-life views, which raises the question, what makes a feminist a feminist? It's confusing. My mother raised 7 kids by herself. She's the strongest woman I know. So I asked her if she was a feminist, and she said, "Boy, God made Adam and Eve." And I was like, that's not what that means. A feminist is really just someone... Feminist is really just someone who believes in equal rights for women. And that's easy to get behind. That is until you see an actual feminist screaming into a cop's face wearing a homemade uterus hat, and then you're like, oh, there are levels to this. I just think it's weird to get a special name for just being a reasonable person, because that's all it is. Believing in equality just means you're not a dick. And for me, that's enough. I support women's rights for the same reason I won't let my cousin rob Colin. It's because I'm not a dick.
The movie Hidden Figures, which tells the true story of black female engineers at 1960s NASA, is being called this year's breakout film. Here to talk about it is Leslie Jones.
Thank you, Colin.
It's nice to see you, Leslie. So you saw Hidden Figures.
Yes, I did. And I have to admit that I almost didn't watch it because I thought it was going to be The Help in Space.
Yeah, it's not the help in space.
I know it's not, you creamy slice of provolone cheese.
Provolone cheese?
I like cheese. But I am so glad I watched the movie. It taught me something I never knew. Black women help astronauts go to space. Why didn't they teach me that in school? Okay? If I had known that as a kid, who knows where I would be?
So you think you might have gone to space, Leslie?
Hell no. It's cold and scary up there. Space is where the predator comes from. But here's my issue. We cram all of Black history into just 1 month. All we have time for is that George Washington Carver and all his peanut stuff. We should learn all Black history all the year round and teach it to everybody. Like, did y'all know a Black man invented the traffic light? I just learned that. Maybe I would have respected the traffic light a little more if I knew those signals was coming from a brother. If I knew the red light was saying, stop, sister, or the yellow light was saying, slow down, baby, or the green light was like, push through, boo. And get this, a Black person invented the mailbox. Now, how did y'all miss that one, white people? Didn't you see the letters laying on the ground and just didn't think there's gotta be a better way? We more than this peanut stuff. Now, let me blow your mind. You ready for me to blow your mind?
Sure, yeah, go
The
for it.
Lone Ranger was Black. The Lone Ranger, Colin.
Okay.
Now, you know how I found out he was Black, right? By watching my favorite show, Timeless, on NBC Monday nights at 10 p.m.
Yeah, NBC is not going to pay you more to
Shut
mention.
up.
Okay. This Timeless isn't that
Shut
accurate.
up.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
And guess what else a Black person invented? Caller ID and call waiting.
Really?
Yes, it was invented by Dr. Shirley Jackson. Somebody should have called Shirley back. Because that bitch invented a way to make you call her back. She wasn't even in tech. She was just a chick who wanted Charles to pick up the phone.
I'm sorry, who is Charles?
Charles know who he is. Look. You never know what's going to spark something in a person. The first time I heard Richard Pryor's voice, I knew I was going to be a comedian. That's why you got to tell everybody's story. And listen, Hollywood, if you write the Leslie Jones story, don't Lone Ranger me and cast me as some little pretty white girl. Cast me the way I see myself. Pam Grier about 15 years ago and Malia Obama 10 years from now. That's what I want.
Leslie Jones, everyone.
Charles know who he is.
So that was about Hidden Figures, right? Scientists in Britain have uncovered a 4,000-year-old etching of a face in a rock, which may be the first Stone Age selfie. Or, and hear me out, it isn't.